It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome to Los Angeles, home court advantage for the Lakers. We are live at the Staples Center. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. The shot blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. And it's Evans in at the small forward position. And Russell gets it to go.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And for Kobe Bryant, how difficult was last season? Starting out strong, even though the team, Greg, around him wasn't very good. But then everything, including Bryant, fell to pieces.
And when you're a competitor, the way this guy is a competitor. You can't stand to lose, so you push your body to the limit to avoid that. But what happens at age 36 when you've got the kind of miles that Kobe Bryant has, you know, you just can't go it alone. That's why Kobe lasted only 35 games.
It's Hibbert with the drive. Pelicans with the rebound.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work, close enough to bother the shot, good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact. You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
The Pelicans have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Davis drives in.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Here's Bryant. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Holiday dishes to Davis. Missed inside.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shot's good by Clarkson.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And that's Evans penetrating. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Hey guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Lets it go from 11. Here's Holiday. Again, Holiday missing. And for the Lakers, without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person, Clark, stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Here's Evans, following the basket by Julius Randle. Back to Evans. Pass to Holiday, 14 feet away. 3 on the clock. And it's Gordon penetrating, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Russell against Holiday. Russell kicks to Randle. It's tipped. Now Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Evans' shot is good. Evans has got his second bucket of the night. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Russell kicks to Hibbert. Stolen by Ashik. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The drive by Russell. Feeds it to Hibbert. Pass to Kobe. And a miss there on the triple.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scorers of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And Kobe Bean Bryant, the only 30,000 point scorer to go along with 6,000 assists. You know, LeBron might be the next in line to join Kobe in that category.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Passes it to Cunningham. Soft touch off the glass. Cunningham's got his first 2 points of the night.
And for Kobe, people have always joked that he's a ball hog and only looks to score. Well, he's the only guy in the history of the league right now with 30,000 points to go along with 6,000 assists. So obviously gifted as a playmaker as well.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Huertas. The Pelicans make their last shot. That doesn't go in either for Kobe.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
You know, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
From deep three-point range, good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And that's now 7 points for Kobe Bryant. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Cole. Misses in close.
Oh, that's terrific defense there.
Kobe Bryant dealing with the wear and tear of decades in the league.
Well, you have to make adjustments. You know, you try to figure out what you can and can't do, and you have to try to learn that pretty quickly and figure out how effective you can be. And so it's just about making adjustments.
Well, at Kobe's age and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of great adjustments? Or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own?
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low-post presence, a big part of the success.
We've got Lewis Williams. Larry Nance out there with Brandon Bass. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Huertas in at the point. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Pelicans last season, a very solid team rebounding, too. Top to bottom, the team they would rebound as a team.
And one of the metrics that I do like, that they led the league in contested rebounds. I mean, that speaks to the effort that this team competed with. And winning those 50-50 rebounds means more than just collecting any old miss.
Pondexter with it, and there's the feed to Anderson. He kicks to Cole. Back to Anderson. Nance gets the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. You know, you look at the Pelicans, and it's not surprising, guys, to hear that they led the way or league in contested rebounds. I mean, they fight for every inch of space on the floor, and rebounding is just part of that mentality they have.
Goes back up, and it's blocked. to the paint. Here's Cunningham. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Dante Cunningham. Shot from the inbound. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Russell.
And guys, going forward, the Pelicans will need to continue that mentality to grow into a playoff team. They'll have to have a blue-collar work ethic. That means continuing to fight for all those 50-50 rebounds.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And it's Gordon penetrating. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Plenty of space. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards, too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Los Angeles with some changes. Larry Nance is checked in for Hibbert. Young is subbed in for Kobe. Lakers trail by 8. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more. But that would have been lucky had it fallen poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, "Are you kidding me?"
And the Pelicans with possession here. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Evans passes to Davis. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. And it's 8 points for Davis.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Pelicans clock. There's a minute 34 left in the first half.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
And Holiday, here we go. Nice D from Russell.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Young's shot is off. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Pondexter comes in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Jrue Holiday.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Cole dishes to Davis. It's stolen by Bass. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Randall. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Some changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asha. Anderson comes in for Anthony Davis. And Dante Cunningham subbed in for Gordon. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
And the Lakers making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Nance. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Williams kicks to Nance. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Nance has got his first points of the game. Here's Cole. Just 3 on the clock, and that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 6. Williams. No good. And so that brings the first half to a close. Pelicans ahead, up 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple seconds, but in a nutshell, what's going to be your approach going into the second half?
Well, we're just going to make sure we keep them off the board and keep them out of transition.
Thank you, Roy. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. The second quarter was when things really came together for them, and the result is they were able to build a solid 6-point lead at the half. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the 3, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the 3 ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going. Once more, and the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. That'll be a 5-second call. Right side, Holiday. No luck. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And the one thing you can typically count on from Roy Hibbert is great rim protection. Last year, he dipped a little, down to 1.5 blocks a game from over 2 the year before, but shooters still had to account for him every time they drove to the rim.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Davis and Asik in the middle. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3, and it's Holiday in at the point. Well, getting back to Hibbert, last year was a down one for him in a few areas. He put up his lowest points per game average since his rookie year. And Clark, his minutes in general were way down.
Yeah, and I think he may be at a bit of a crossroads in his career right now. A couple of years ago, signed the big contract. He's got the talent, and he's got the desire. I think it's just a matter of him having the confidence that will lead to consistency.
Evans' shot is good.
Assisting Drew Holiday.
So it's the Lakers now. 6-point game. It's Hibbert with the drive. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Hibbert. And 11 points for Kobe Bryant.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Pelicans shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Here's Davis. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Davis has got 10 points.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Hibbert inside. Working on Asik.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
MMA one off season. I tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And stolen by Hibbert. Here's Bryant. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Kobe's got 6 in the quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Well, getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'd very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
As the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Lakers trail by 3. Hustle with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Evans passes to Gordon. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Nice shot by Evans. Evans has got 12 in the game. Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they fought through the game was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for positives moving forward.
It's stolen by Davis. New Orleans leading by 7. It's stolen by Randall. Outside. Clarkson kicks to Russell. Stolen by Gordon. Holiday goes in. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randy.
Larry Nance. Marcelino Huertas.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Nance. Huertas passes to Nance. So the whistle blows on the... A shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he knocks down the first one. Lakers were awful in a lot of...
Shout out to all my niggas watching the stream right now. You already know. Leave a like, subscribe. Yo, comment down what's Gucci, and I will subscribe to your guys' channel. Peace.
To be salty about in Lakerland, so can't be a bottom dweller and charge that much for seat.
Snatched away and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Williams. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Evans, it falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
1:56 left in the third quarter. And it's the Lakers on the break. Williams leading the charge. Here's Huertas. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Bryant. From deep. Again, the miss by Bryant.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Brandon Bass's checked in for Roy Hibbert. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Quincy Pondexter. He's checked in for Eric Gordon. Now the pass to Huertas. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Davis, and Dante Cunningham subbed in for Tyreke Evans. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. That's good. And former Coach of the Year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Cole dishes to Pondexter. Feeds to Cunningham. Rebound by Kobe. Bryant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. But they recover it. Here's Bass. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points.
Yo, what's up, my niggas? Hey, comment down below, and I'll give y'all a shout-out.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Here's Cole. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Cole's got 4 this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Yep, it goes in. The Pelican lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Bryant.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Cole. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Huertas passes to Nance. Kicks to Bass. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Well, for New Orleans, shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Williams. Then it's Brandon Bass. And it's Nance in at the force. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Russell with a wide-open look. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Holiday gets the bucket.
That's an impressive spin move there, Kevin. I wasn't expecting him to show handles like that.
The drive by Russell. Last year, the Pelicans were a team on the rise, making the playoffs. A solid season overall, especially on the road. Really, they sent notice by what they did away from New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, 17 road wins. I mean, you say to yourself, well, that doesn't sound great. But when you're a young, up-and-coming team, one of the things that you can really value is your ability to go into hostile environments and have success. They're going to be building on that confidence.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Davis is checked in for Anderson. Evans comes in for Cunningham. And Gordon subbed in for Quincy Pondexter. That free throw, no good.
As for the Pelicans on the road, I mean, they had the fewest road wins of all the West playoff teams. The franchise hasn't had a winning road record since 2009 when they were the Hornets.
And for the Pelicans and their road struggles last season, they are a younger team. It's a team built around a young superstar in Anthony Davis. So taking road lumps is just kind of part of that growing process.
And he gets it to go. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Timeout.
Spacing.
Whether you call him the brow or ant or the future, Anthony Davis made the leap in year 3 to franchise superstar. I mean, still, though, he remains humble, determined to improve, and dedicated to maximizing his immense potential.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high-percentage looks.
And it's Russell in the corner. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 6th assist on the night. And his former coach, Monty Williams, played with some greats. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. He says he sees that same desire to dominate.
Yeah, he wants to be great and doesn't see himself as a finished product, which is a good thing. That means he's going to continue to stay humble and hungry and put the work in.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Bass. Julius Randle comes in for Nance. And Kobe is subbed in for Lou Williams. Here's Clarkson. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one's on Evans. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Asik with the bucket. Asik's got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
and really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
You know, their field goal percentage is creeping up toward that 50% mark, which is a nice change from the first half.
And with their offense clicking and the score in their favor, they've got all the momentum.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
Here's Russell. They get it back. They shoot again. Again, Russell missing.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And the basket by Gordon.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Russell kicks to Bryant. The drive by Russell. And Ashik sends it back. Wow! And Evans gets it to go on the assist by Eric Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th assist in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, well, also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And Holiday kicks to Ashik. And he dunks it down.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Gordon dishes to Davis. Great open look there. And it's a 6-point Pelican lead.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm. And they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Outside Bryant to stop the run. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Stolen by Clarkson. He feeds it to Russell. It's Hibbert with the drive. Here's Clarkson. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. And here we go. Pelicans running again. And the basket by Gordon.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Russell passes to Hibbert. Back to Russell. Puts it up. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And he gets it to go. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
It's deflected. The steal. Pondexter kicks to Ajinça. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially...
Y'all niggas already know about to hit a game winner. Shout out to all you no-lifers that are actually still yucking watching this game. I love you niggas. Hey, I'm about to freaking I'm about to live stream Madden after this. So if y'all down to watch that, you already know what the deal is. Suvu, gang, I'm out. Shout out to all the Crips out there.
And what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Tyreek, what was the focus on strategy for this team coming into tonight's game?
Just playing hard. We had a meeting today as a team, and we just wanted to come in here and play hard with energy. That's where it starts from. And we did a great job that tonight.
Tyreek, thank you. Kevin, amazing what can happen when you play.